Are you a fake or like a fraud? Because I am, or at least that's what I used to think I was for the longest time, until I learned that what I was experiencing and what you've probably experienced in your life too has a name, and it's called imposter syndrome. And then I learned that this affects 100% of adults around the world, meaning everyone you know, including the people that you look up to and that you admire. And the sad truth is, this imposter doesn't only stop you from achieving your big goals and your big dreams if you let it. Sometimes it even stops you from dreaming it. Because who are you to think this way? Who are you to dream this big? That's what the imposter sounds like most of the time. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you 2 of my favorite ways, like honestly the most effective ways, and one of them will completely shift your next interaction where this imposter starts coming up. I promise you. Actually, both of them will, but one of them more than the other. So stick around to listen to those, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments if this resonated, because I think it will. Hi, I'm Mona. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here. If you're new, make sure you subscribe to get notified every Tuesday when I release a new video. Let's first start by agreeing on what imposter syndrome is. And it's usually when you doubt your own skills. Like, can I do this? No, I can't do this. Or when you doubt your own knowledge, like I don't know enough, I need to learn more. Or you doubt your own accomplishments, things that happened in the past, that actually happened, past achievements. When you belittle these accomplishments and achievements, it's this feeling where you feel like, I'm gonna be exposed, I'm gonna be found out, whether it's at work or in my social life, whatever it is, people are gonna find out I'm a fraud. Like, I don't know how I got here, I'm here. It's not real. Before we move forward, I want you to be present and to stay present to how you're feeling right now. Did that resonate? Did that feel like, yeah, I feel this way sometimes? If your answer is yes, I want to first acknowledge you for being honest with yourself, for admitting this to yourself. That's always the first step, and that takes courage. And then I want you to acknowledge that this imposter is what's standing in your way to achieve whatever it is that your heart desires. Truly, it's what's holding you back. But the good news is we can do something about it. We can think differently. But first, I have to tell you that I've experienced this in my life big time. When I used to work in the corporate world, before starting Inside Out, my last job, we were 10 people on the management team of a global organization, and their headquarters were in Dubai, and we were covering the whole region. And I was selected to be a member of the management team. That was the job that I got. I kept telling myself that the reason that I was selected for this job is because I'm female and because I'm Arab. You see, on the management team, we were 10, 9 of them were men, and 9 of them were European and Indian and whatever, 1 American, and me. And I figured they need an Arab on the management team, right? And they need a female, so it looks good. That's what I convinced myself of. For the longest time, I didn't believe that I actually deserved this job. And the problem with that is the way that it showed up. I spent the years working for this company, about 5-6 years, on this continuous cycle of trying to prove myself over and over and over again. Like, I'd have a big win, a great event, whatever. And then the next morning, I felt like I needed to prove myself again and again and again, because otherwise they'll find out that I don't deserve to be here. And this imposter came with me into my business as well. It kept telling me, who are you to teach this? Who are you to like be on social media and talk to the camera? Who will listen to you anyway? You know, I kept hearing that for a while. And then that resulted in burnout, because I was constantly like running and trying to prove myself to, I don't know, to you guys, to whoever was watching, to my friends, to my family, that I'm worthy, because otherwise I'll be found out. Like, she has a new company and she has no idea what she's doing. That's what I used to think was happening, or that's what people were thinking. That also resulted in me saying yes to everything. Anything and everything that I was invited to do or to give or whatever, I would say yes to, leading to burnout, obviously. That also resulted in me giving discounts to people before they even ask. I would get on a coaching call, like a discovery call, and the minute we started talking about money, I would say the price, and immediately, before the woman even took a breath in, I didn't even see her response, I would offer a discount. Why? Because I believed that I wasn't worthy of this money, that I wasn't worthy of her time, until I started working on this. I'm gonna share with you 2 of the ways that really helped me, and we're just gonna get right into it. Number 1, and before I tell you what it is, I want you to just think, or maybe say it out loud. What does the imposter say when it shows up in your life? What are the words that it says, that you say to yourself? I asked this on Instagram, and people gave me some answers, but before I tell you what they said, I want you to think about it for yourself. How does it show up? What is it saying to you in your own mind? Now, what I heard from my people over on Instagram is that it sounds like, who am I to do this? Who am I to teach this? I'm not good enough. What will they think of me? What came up for you? Something similar, probably. Do you see the one thing in common in all of these sentences, and how it's completely focused on you? How it is, what will they think of me? Who am I to teach this? Who am I to do this? Who am I, me? So the first way is to turn the spotlight from yourself, from where you're so worried about what people think of you, how will you appear to them, and turn it around to them and start thinking, how can I help them? What value can I add to them? What am I doing right now that is focused on helping my people, whoever they are, my family, the people I work with, the clients I work with? How can I stop thinking about myself and start thinking about them? And the second you shift from I, me, to them and to you, then this imposter no longer has a hold on you, because you're too busy not thinking about yourself. You're too busy thinking about someone else. Come on. Did your mind just get blown right now? If it didn't, then I don't think you're my people. Come on. This was like so mind-blowing for me when I got it. Shift the spotlight from you to them. That's it. I hope you love this just as much as I do. The second perspective that I'd love for you to adopt too is that confidence comes from competence. And sometimes when the imposter syndrome shows up, it's because truly you're not very good at the thing that you're trying to do. And that's okay. We all start this way in anything new that we're trying to learn. Any new skill, any new job, anything new is going to require some practice for us to get better and better at it. But the problem is, people wait until they're good at something to actually do it. To become competent, to become better, we have to do it. We have to practice. We have to take action. And then we get better and better and better. And the better we get, the more confident we become, the less the imposter has an effect on us. But most of us just wait. You know, I can't go give a speech to 100 people until I'm good at giving speeches. So what are you doing to get better now? Well, I'm practicing. With who? At home. But how does that work? How are you going to get better if you're not actually practicing in front of people? Well, no, I'll show up on social media when I'm really good at creating posts and, you know, being comfortable with the camera. So what are you doing to do that, to help you with that? Well, nothing. And then the imposter shows up. Well, of course the imposter is going to show up in this particular scenario. So my suggestion, and really just think about it logically, the only way for you to get better at something is to do it and to practice. And with more practice, we become more competent, and with more competence comes more confidence. Do you love this also as much as I do? I really hope so. I mean, this topic specifically, I've been wanting to talk about for a while. I asked my audience on Instagram what they wanted to learn about. So if you were one of the people who asked for me to talk about imposter syndrome, then this is for you and for everyone else that's listening. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Before you go, I created a very simple kind of 7 or 8 questions for you to evaluate yourself on this whole imposter thing, to see if this applies to you and if it is in fact holding you back and whatever. So you can help yourself by downloading this free PDF down here, where I shared a few extra tips that I haven't shared in this video. I hope you like it, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for being here and for spending all of this time with me. Bye.